Yeah, Flex, you gotta be kidding me right now.
What video are you gonna
I'm posting this guy. I'm replying with a video. This guy had the nerve to call me a zero hits nigga after paying 10,000 for his amazing hit that never became a hit. What the fuck? What part of the game is this? Why are you so busy trying to be cool, dog? You fucked up. Not only did you snitch yourself for doing something illegal, you got nothing out of it. And now nobody's ever gonna play your shit because everybody's gonna think, if we play this guy's song, they're gonna think it's Payola. What the fuck is going on? This is why I worry about. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't make me pull a nasty and give you the facts, bro, as well. Don't make me drop some facts on you. Oh, Uncle Sam. Yo, there's no hope for you, fam. Yo, there's no hope. You're too busy trying to be cool. You're too busy trying to be cool. It's real out here. Fuck, I could have given you a thesis on how to spend that 9,600. Fuck, if you had the 200, maybe the nigga would have played your shit. But you were 200. Oh my god. Flex. I'm willing to go live with you wherever you want, and I'll educate you. How about that? Me and my zero hits ass could have given you better advice on how to spend your 9,800 rand that never gave you a hit. You and your amazing hit making self. I got top 7, no sleep, 2 cup Shakur, rigorous. Nkosiam is not even out yet, and that shit is flying. I ain't never had to pay nobody a single cent, bro. Come talk to me. Stop trying to be cool. Quit this act, quit this facade, quit this fashion, quit this whole shit that you're going on about. It's not cool. You fucked up yourself. I didn't even fuck you up. You fucked yourself up. Like,
yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy T SKO to the day. Mr. Flow So Good, Matiba Tsotle, Mr. Skip Up My Watch. Y'all already know, man. Back with you guys with another YouTube video. Now, Buffeto, this week has been a hella crazy week. Y'all will already know that, Reason and Flex Rabanyan were going at it. For those that don't know, is basically an issue that began when Flex Rabanyan tweeted the fact that he's about to expose a guy from Metro FM that he gave some money in order to play some of his music on Metro FM, basically payola. He paid some Jojo, and he was basically mad that that did not happen. And with him being mad at that, he decided that he wanted to expose this guy. With him saying that he was ready to expose this guy, Reason decided to get involved and came out and said, look, man, with you saying you're going to expose this guy at Metro FM whom you allegedly gave 9,800, it's essentially you basically snitching also on yourself, because you're essentially saying that I paid in order to do something wrong, and now that it doesn't work out or it's not working out, I'm basically now gonna tell on the homie. So essentially, you're also telling on yourself. PH also got involved, basically, giving similar sentiments. Flex Rabanyan didn't take kindly to that. He quickly told Reason off, and from the video that you guys saw, he quickly told Reason off, told him you don't have hits, you're not as big as you think you are. I won't take advice from somebody who doesn't have hits, blah blah blah. And immediately after that, the video that you guys saw, that I played you at the beginning with Reason, he basically took that out, basically saying, look, I've got bigger songs than you, and I've never paid to have my stuff on radio. Flex then decided to release a very disrespectful diss track towards Reason. And, the diss track didn't just go at Reason, it went at PH, and it mentioned, Reason's baby mother. I think it referenced his kids somewhere here and there, which saw a lot of fans basically come out with some mixed reactions. Some fans came out saying they liked it, some fans came out saying they don't like it. Now, as the whole thing was happening, I did speak to Reason, okay? Essentially, I was kind of with him when everything was happening. I did speak to him, after the diss track dropped. I was basically asking him, are you going to respond to Flex and so on and so forth? And he basically told me, look, man, I'm not going to respond to the guy. And he essentially said the reason he feels like that is because he is bigger than Flex. He has more to lose than Flex by going into this beef. And more than anything else, he doesn't feel like Flex is on that level to actually come out and beef with him like that. And basically, man, the man didn't look like, he was planning on responding to anything, okay? He was at a party, and after that, I think the next day he was also at another party, and then it was at work. So, he didn't seem like somebody that was working on responding anything, pertaining to Flex Rabanyan, and just like he said. So I did speak to him also, and I told him, and I said, look, man, if you're not going to respond to him, then just don't respond to him. Now, I'm going to be honest, I actually thought that was it with this situation. I thought it was all done because, clearly Reason has said, listen, man, I'm not going to respond to this thing. I'm not even going to entertain it. I mean, the advice I gave him, I essentially said to him, look, man, I understand that you're too big of an artist to actually respond to the situation. I said to him, don't respond, but get one of your youngins to actually respond to kind of diffuse the whole thing and divert the whole beef elsewhere. That's essentially what I told him. And he said, no, I'm not entertaining it anymore. Not even going to respond to it, and so on and so forth. And I thought that was it. But fast forward to today, you guys saw Flex came out, and he was performing somewhere this past weekend. And as he was performing, he basically said F Reason during the performance, and he was performing the diss track. Reason saw it, and he basically came out and tweeted this. He said, at Flex Rabanyan, I need you to learn these words, bro, because I want to see you say this shit to my face when I see you, my nigga. Don't even hop step on that energy too. I need you to be the best Flex you can be on that day so I can witness your audacity in person, yeah? See you around. Now, I'm not so sure what those words mean, okay? But, I don't know, okay? I don't want to insinuate a lot of things, but it does kind of sound like, Reason might be, insinuating that he might give him them hands. I don't know, but he's basically saying, look, man, Flex, when we bump into each other, man, I want you to say the same things that you were saying up on stage, say that to my face. Now, just keeping it real with you, when I spoke to Reason about this, I actually agreed with him when he came out and said, look, man, I'm too big of an artist to actually entertain Flex. I'm not going to respond to him. I'm not going to pay attention to him. I'm not going to give him the light of day. I actually agreed with that. I actually looked at that and I actually said, okay, this makes sense. Just ignore him and move on with your life. And, this thing will probably in 2 or 3 weeks, nobody will even care that it actually happened. Now, the unfortunate part that I'm realizing is the fact that though he's saying that he's not going to respond to him, at least musically, it's clear that, he's willing to respond to him on Twitter. Because for me, I say that because I thought it would really be wiser if Reason just kept quiet and just completely ignored Flex, because the more he responds to him on Twitter, the more ammunition he gives him, which is what Flex essentially wants. He wants people to, Reason is the bigger artist, so Flex will keep targeting him if he keeps on responding. And so long as he hasn't responded via the music, and Flex is using the music to attack him, it keeps on bringing more and more attention to Flex. So when he had come out and said, I'm not going to respond to it, I thought, that was the end of it. He's not going to respond to him on Twitter. He's not going to pay attention to him. And he's not, because that's what essentially not responding to someone is, because they're too small for you to respond. So I don't think it's productive for him to be responding on Twitter. I think he's better off just saying, okay, I'm not going to respond to you. We'll talk when I see you. Otherwise, I really don't care about this whole thing, okay? I essentially thought that was the wiser decision to take. Now, as far as Flex is concerned, I looked at it and I say, okay, this situation is essentially, so long as Reason keeps responding to it via Twitter, it is kind of, benefiting him popularity-wise, okay? At least now people are back to, talking about him and so on and so forth. But for me, I feel like, though it's benefiting him popularity wise, I think it's a bit counterproductive. I think it's counterproductive because, first of all, he dropped a diss track immediately after the whole thing happened with Reason. He dropped a diss track, and after the diss track, or maybe I missed it, but I didn't see him drop any other type of music. And so, which basically means that everybody's attention right now is basically on the diss track. And as you guys saw in the previous video, he's basically playing the diss track or performing the diss track when he comes out and says F Reason. Now, the reason I'm saying that is counterproductive is because it would be better off if he was using those eyes to actually look at his actual catalog of music, because he really does have some dope music, and people haven't been paying attention to that. Clearly, this is why he had to pay someone to actually play stuff on Metro FM, is because people weren't necessarily paying attention to him musically. So he should be using these eyes to actually bring more attention to his music rather than bring attention specifically to his issues with Reason and whatever. That should be just a sideway thing, and he should be using this to actually benefit his music. And I also think it's counterproductive because, listen, man, to some extent, Flex might not like what Reason is saying, but what Reason was telling him was actually true. Firstly, he was snitching on himself, okay? Because he's essentially, that's the definition of a snitch. It's someone you commit a crime with, and then after you guys commit a crime, they decide that they're going to flip on you because, the crime didn't turn out the way that they had wanted it to be. That's the definition of a snitch. So he was essentially snitching on himself and just being a snitch, when he came out and said, I'm going to expose the person at Metro FM whom I paid, and then they didn't play my song. Okay, I don't know how serious he was with that. I thought he was trolling at first, but yeah, he was essentially, if he had exposed that person, he was essentially snitching on himself. Secondly, I think, having spoken to Reason, because I was talking to him about this, from what I got from him, it was a situation where for him at first, it was really a thing of, look, I'm older than this dude. I'm sort of a young OG. I really do want to advise him on how he should maneuver the industry, not the way that he's maneuvering right now. And to be honest with you, if you look at Flex for the past few months and you look at how he's been doing things, where he's been attacking, Fifth Season, where he's attacked, Opal, he's attacked the show that, actually got him to where he is because they didn't give him his car. I mean, I understand that there were some issues, but the way that he approached those situations were essentially a bit counterproductive because, you heard on the video where Reason was talking about you turned down a deal that you actually needed. You saw on the video when Reason was talking about you turned down a deal that you actually needed. In my personal opinion, that is essentially true. He did turn down a deal that, as we look forward, as his career goes on, that deal would possibly be benefiting him right now. He probably would be complaining less. He probably wouldn't have to pay people on radio to actually play his songs. Probably, Fifth Season would be handling that for him. So essentially, he did somewhat need that deal. So essentially, I think he needs someone that's going to direct him on how to maneuver the industry. And as much as he says he can't take advice from a guy like Reason, I do feel like Reason has done more in the industry than him. So he can get a bit of advice that's going to benefit him musically from him, especially given the fact that, let me tell you, just like, because the whole weekend I was at these industry events, and I was, with Reason and a lot of industry people, majority of industry people were there. And essentially the main word on the street out there was just Flex is a joke. This was the whole thing. This is what a lot of people that are key influencers in the industry are actually viewing him right now. They're viewing him as a joke. So you might not necessarily feel like Reason has the biggest hits or he's one of the biggest artists in the game or whatever, whatever, but clearly he's in these spaces that you are not in, because he was at all these events that I'm talking about. So he's clearly in these spaces that you as a youngin are not in, and clearly it's not affecting you well, because you're paying people to play your stuff on radio. You're getting upset at people when, you know, they essentially try to help you. It shows you that, you know, there are certain things in your career that aren't going right. And maybe sitting down with some of these OGs, sitting down with guys like PH, sitting down with guys like Reason might just benefit you. Just if you know, I know that artists have ego. Just if you remove the ego side of it and just decide to say that, look, they might not be in the position of the artist that I want to be. Maybe I want to be a Casper. They might not be in the position of a Casper. Casper might not necessarily give a damn about you, but they are ahead of me. So maybe if I take some of the advice, you know, I'll learn a thing or two. And I'm not saying that he should, but I'm saying that I think it's counterproductive to be arguing with people that are essentially in spaces in the industry that you clearly are not. So like I said, I don't think that what Flicks is currently doing is productive on, you know, his growth as an artist in general. I don't think it's productive. I think, you know, maybe it does gain him some fans here and there. It does gain him a lot of followers. It does gain him, you know, people that have, you know, eyes on him a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily help him gain, you know, in terms of his overall music career. But y'all leave me your comments letting me know what you think about the situation, Mafetu. What do you guys think of Reason and Flex Rabanyan's current, you know, beef? How do you guys think Reason should be approaching it? How do you guys think Flex should be approaching it? And also let me know, man, after reading those tweets by Reason, you think Reason wants to give, you know, Flex them hands, bro? Like, do you think like he wants to, you know, I don't know, you know, I'm not saying that it is, you know, but I look at those tweets and I'm like, yo, why does it sound like, y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Leave me your comments and definitely subscribe. Awesome. Wait. Emma Feely, I know you want to go, but click that red button and subscribe and put some respect on a young name, man. Awesome.